Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
Hey, this is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 7th of October, getting set to cruise into a weekend. We'll promise nice weather tomorrow. What about Sunday and early next week as moisture creeps in here? Let's talk about it. We'll go to some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. And we'll start with a view coming from Tuscaloosa. You know, this is homecoming weekend at the Capstone. Alabama will be playing Vandy at the stadium there. You can see it off in the distance. Be a great night. Temperatures should be in the 70s at kickoff, 60s by the fourth quarter, clear sky, no rain. Head down south, that's the Demopolis Skycam on the banks of the Tom Bigby River at the Demopolis Civic Center. Beautiful day there. And how about a little Friday night lights, huh? That's the view coming from Hamilton High School, the home of the Aggies. A lot of high school kids will be playing tonight, and again, the weather just looks wonderful. Well, that's a familiar map. It's basically looked like that all week long. Cold western trough, warm eastern ridge. Temperatures around the state at 2 o'clock, upper 70s and low 80s. You know, that's about where we ought to be for this time of the year. I know that you think in October it's supposed to be really cool. Well, early October, afternoons are typically pretty warm here like that. The warm spot, Montgomery at 83. And around the nation, as you might expect, it's cold out west with a trough. Readings out there only in the 40s. A lot of mountain snow still going on. And over the east, pretty warm, 80s, almost up to Chicago. All right, convective outlook, slight risk of severe weather. That's the standard risk. West Texas up into parts of the plains. And the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock. Big numbers near Childress, Texas, 10.8 inches on the bullseye there. And the South Atlantic coast, 11 inches near Melbourne, Florida. The South Atlantic coast rain due to a tropical wave, and that should be mainly east of here. And we might catch a shower Sunday or Monday, but don't count on it. You can see a very sharp gradient in the expected rain across the state with nothing on the Mississippi border. There's some pretty decent amounts in East Alabama, and even there, I'm not so convinced it rains a lot. Tropical weather, Philippe is still a hurricane, goodness, with winds of 85 miles an hour. But you can clearly see it's beginning to make the transformation to a colder core North Atlantic storm. It's racing to the northeast. And this thing will be over the North Atlantic through early next week as a post-tropical storm. The rest of the Atlantic basin is quiet. So let's look at the GFS, the Global Forecast System. This is valid tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. This is the 12Z run. Big old 588 warm bubble over places like Washington, D.C. and Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, New York, and cold trough in the west. And down below that, we stay dry. Pretty familiar setup there. Temperatures tomorrow, maybe a bit cooler. We've got the a cool high that's kind of settling down toward Chesapeake Bay, but it's modified a good bit. We'll say a high close to 80. I don't think you'll notice much difference. Now, Sunday, the GFS bringing moisture up into the southern half of the state with that tropical wave. And you know what? That might be a very valid idea as we look at the trends. So I think what we'll do is mention just an outside chance of a shower Sunday afternoon. I don't think it rains a lot, the better chance to the south, but just a chance. And then Monday, the tropical low is near the coast of Georgia. And clearly that's going to put us on the dry side. The better rain's well to the east. And again, somebody somewhere might see a shower Monday, but probably not much. And then Tuesday, that low lifts out of here, and we are bone dry on Tuesday with a high close to 80. Wednesday of next week, still dry. Got a cold front coming, and there's Thursday. Big trough rotating through north of here, and a cold front pushing through. But this run looks pretty dry. We've seen a few runs that would suggest a chance of showers maybe Thursday night. And I guess we might mention that, but clearly this run is suggesting it's dry. And a week from today, a nice surge of dry air settling in here, cooler air. It'll be a really nice day. And then the following day, this is Saturday the 15th. Looks great. By the way, that is Weatherfest Day at the McWane Science Center in downtown Birmingham as we kick off the 2011 National Weather Association annual meeting, which is here. We are pumped about that. We'll check the end of the forecast, October 23rd. Big troughs off either coast with some ridging in between. And again, that looks awfully benign. You sure get the idea. This is going to be a pretty quiet weather month for Alabama, which is pretty typical for October. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video, my next video, will be Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters, the internationally beloved meteorologist, will have the updates tomorrow and Sunday. We'll catch you on the news if you're local to us at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.